Okay. Again here, I'm gonna do chapter 4 of...
Today's top stories. London has endured another night of German
Push. There. I got into the, G deck. See, right here. I helped out this guy in the control room last night. I didn't get any game footage of that because I was trying to concentrate. I was in turn by room 1. Then get the engine room. I'm gonna try to get into the boiler room 3. I think that's where the Rubaiyat is hidden. So let's get into the engine room, shall we? Whoa. It's too bad it's not moving. Like in the movie. They're in the heart of the Titanic. Okay, let's get in the boiler room 1. I'm not gonna talk to those guys because they'll probably kick me out. They said that the Rubaiyat was in boiler room 3. Ah, who's this guy? Hello?
You are a passenger. Excuse me, I would speak with you.
What do you want, you crazy
Forgive me, I am sorry to intrude on you, a person of such high station. I am Vlad.
Okay.
I have many. I am leaving my home. I am a Serb and they have killed my wife, my children, the Austrian. For that they will pay. But I do not want to burden you. Please, I need a favor. I have a friend in first class, in cabin A14. Mr. Barbican has a package for me. Can you bring it here? Me enter first class like this? No, they would catch Vlad.
Okay.
His name is Barbican, in A14. Tell him you've come from Vlad. He will give you the package. I wait here for your return. Your assistance will be repaid manyfold.
Are we getting close to the iceberg? I'm getting really nervous about that ship machine. I have to go to, That's awesome! I can close the cold doors. What's in room 2? I don't want to talk to those guys. I gotta go back to boiler room 2. Maybe it was in boiler room 4. I don't know. I don't remember. Okay, I'll go to boiler room 4. Maybe it's in this one. I don't know what.
What have we here? The fancy dress ball's upstairs, man. Ready? Check out the toff. Why? It's the bridge. They want to go even fast. There's a shovel over there, but you don't look the type to sweat. All right. You've come to see her guts, have you? Ireland and Wolf, they are. She's got 29 of these monsters.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're practically blue from the cold down here. Belfast, that's where they built the Titanic. Not too fast, are you, Leadhead? Oh, you will you? And I suppose you'll be the one stoking the fires all the way to New York Harbour. You wouldn't last an hour. Sod off.
I don't know where they rupee at for B. That was in the boiler room. I don't know where this will be.
Right, they're back for a right proper pummeling. All right now, let's see what the toffs are made of. Come on, Leadhead. Jerk? That's the best you can do? Jerk? You're just an ugly cur. And you're a stupid, ugly, drunken cur. Jerk? That's the best you can do? Jerk? Off with you.
My friend is in Captain 814. Will you give me the package? I wait here for your return.
Whoa. Locked on the cargo hold. I don't want to get out of here. I'm staying here. Where's that Mulder car? I don't like the music on this. It's creepy.
Think you can outwit a fireman like me? Think again. All right now, let's see what the toffs are made of. Come on, Leadhead. Jerk? That's the best you can do? Jerk? You're just an ugly cur. What? Nobody talks that way about me. Bugger off. Up top with you, now.
Not it. Engine room. Where am I? I think I'm on one of the smokestacks. I am. gotta go to that guy. I gotta go to the cabin. Oops.
Yes? You found him. Sasha Barbican of Barbican Gallery. Now, what is it that I can help you with? Our history is quite complex. Certainly.
Yeah.
Georgia's a woman who does not go unnoticed. Georgia exudes a certain romantic paranoia, a condition, I fear, worsened by Charles' own romance with whiskey. Continuously. One hears there are financial problems. They say Charles owes Andrew Conkling thousands of pounds. Georgia, have you talked to her? You be the judge. She's accused me of outrageous deeds, libelous practically. I'm part Slav, you see, a Serbian on my mother's side. Georgia finds such a mixture a source for wild stories. Not much anyone can do, I'm afraid. George is in clear need of a rest. For Vlad? He's on board? Please come in. He did it. I told him not to, told him I'd pay his ticket, but he was too proud. Such a tragedy about his family. They were with my mother's people.
Really? Okay. Interesting.
When Austria took Bosnia, they were killed. Many were. With his family dead, America seems as good a place as any for Vlad. Ask Vlad, I don't know. Here, his things. He'll be glad to get them. It's rather late. Good night. And don't believe what Lady Georgia says. She's not well. Enjoy your voyage.
Guy is.
Thank you. I have everything I need now. A successful day. While you were gone, I picked up something very important. So please, you must excuse me. I call on Mr. Barbican. I have very good news for him.
Back for more? All right now, let's see what the toffs are made of. Come on, Leadhead. Jerk, That's the best you can do? Jerk, you're just an ugly cur. Sod off. All right, they're back for a right proper pummeling. All right now, let's see what the toffs are made of. Come on, leadhead. Jerk, that's the best you can do? Jerk, you're just an ugly cur. And you're a stupid, ugly, drunken cur. Did you say landlubber? Why, you lying, ugly, low-down, bow-legged, yellow drunken? Who's all right by me? All right, stay if you like, but I can't mind you. Oh, me? At shift's end, I'm stopping by F59. Her name's Sheila Acker, and she's the prettiest lass on board. She may be a steerage girl, but she's first class by me. Cheers. Don't mention it.
He don't want no passengers down here. I'd be in a right big mess if he caught you sniffing around.
Yeah.
Did you get it? Did you find the Rubaiyat? Interesting, but we need evidence. No. If the Home Office hears of such lollygagging, your next mission's apt to be boiling water for the clerk's tea. We must have evidence. Something to connect this Barbican fellow to Zeitel. There is a photographer, a Mr. Burns, on board. He might have a photo of the two.
Okay.
Check with him.
I got a bee cabin. Where he was.
Please, my wife is not feeling well. Good night. I'll speak to you tomorrow.
Maybe it was a D-deck cabin. The music is... I don't like this music, it's good.
Good to see you again. Did you see Stephanie? She must really be sore with me. You've got pretty good advice. I'm going to find her right now. Excuse me. Good night.
Okay. I'm gonna turn off the lights. There. Okay.
Did you find anything on Zeitel? His mission? His contacts? Smashing. What have you learned? More art? Zeitel's no connoisseur. No, there's something about that painting of interest to the German High Command. I don't have any information about Vlad, but the other fellow, look here. Zeitel's Titanic contact is a London art dealer named Sasha Barbican. They say he smuggles art, and he's not above selling stolen merchandise. The files say he's Serbian, interestingly enough, with links to some shady Balkan groups. No. If the Home Office hears of such lollygagging, your next mission's apt to be boiling water for the clerks. Find anything else? Quite significant, but difficult to make out. It seems our photographer could use some practice developing his pictures. This man, here with Zeitel. That's Barbican. I'll keep this. Good work. The painting's what Zeitel's really after. You must secure it. Where or how, I don't care. Just find it and bring it back here. Check the purser. He might know where the painting is Sneak a peek at his cargo manifest. That should help you find the painting. Cargo stored somewhere beneath the forecastle deck. Things are thickening up quite nicely, aren't they? We've got to get our hands on that painting. Don't fail. Surely there's a record of that painting coming aboard. Try the pursers.
Okay. Alright. The purser's office helps.
Thea. Oh, what do you want? Why, what do you know? Not that it matters. I'm much too busy. I must get this message through from Mr. Thayer. Mr. Thayer expects his private train car to meet him in New York, and I can't leave my post. But I need to send this telegram. Help? Yes, it might be helpful if you delivered this message to the wireless room for me. Even better, why don't you send it for me? Mr. Thayer is a very important man. So send the telegram at once. And when you have, don't forget to tell me. Perhaps. As purser, I'm in charge of the Titanic's passengers. Certainly not. The manifest is the purser's. Only I look at the manifest. I live to serve. Very good, then. Good night. Only I'm allowed to access the cargo manifest.
Why?
What do you want? That's all, then, is a good night.
Go find Officer Morrow again. Oh, maybe I can talk to this lady again.
I knew you'd come. Charles received a telegram from the solicitors. Our estate's to be sold off. He asked about the necklace I gave you. I told him I left it with a purser. Don't say anything to him or Sasha. Not him and his group of... Oh, there's much more to tell you. Can you meet me in my stateroom? I'm in B70. It's Charles' custom to go for a drink in the smoking room. When he does, visit me.
I've tracked Zeitel and Sasha to the ship's stern. They're having a rather heated conversation. See if you can listen in. I'll track their movements.
Okay.
Good evening. Third Officer Morrow here. Sorry, no passengers on the bridge. No passengers allowed. I can't take that. Those are the rules. I can't take that. Those are the rules. Good night.
Alright, the back of the ship, alright. No.
Excuse me.
There we are.
But I have not seen my friend in such a long time. There's a lot we must discuss privately. Good night.
A cold night. I think you'd be more comfortable inside, don't you?
Please, this conversation, it is an important one. Excuse me, but I have not seen my friend in such a long time. There's a lot we must discuss privately. Good night.
Yeah?
Please, this conversation, it is an important one.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Excuse me, but I have not seen my friend
No?
in such a long time. There's a lot we must discuss privately. Good night.
Yeah? Yeah?
Please, this conversation, it is...
Okay. I don't know how to work this thing.
Yes, what now? This area's off limits.
Yes.
No passengers allowed. We're not allowed to accept gifts from passengers. Company policy, you understand. Good night.
Fine, I'll go mine. I'll go to my cabin, I'll try to do this.
Yes, can I help you? Go up to the wireless room and send that telegram. Perhaps. As purser, I'm in charge of the Titanic's passengers. Certainly not. The manifest is the purser's. Only I look at the manifest. Have you a name? If you do, I can tell you their cabin number. I'd ask his sister, Miss Hack. She is in 3rd class, cabin F59. I live to serve. Very good then. Good night.
There you are. I have evidence of a scandal. I have seen a first-class passenger, a Mr. Hadelitz, among the steerage class. He's been gambling with the crew and worse. I followed him into 3rd class, on F deck where he visited the room of an unchaperoned young woman. I will speak to the authorities. Such behavior, it smacks of socialism and unrest. I'm looking forward to talking with you about the mission. God needs your help. Thank you so much. I will call on you tomorrow. Good evening.
Jack, is that you? I'll be right out. I don't want to wake the baby. Oh. But we were meeting later. Where's Jack? Please, I don't want no trouble. I didn't know the letter was so dear. I just wanted to take something, anything that looked valuable. For the baby. It was Jack who read it. Saw it was bad for Mr. Conkling. He said the bit about selling bad steel would ruin him if it was to get out in the papers. My baby, Eddie. He's the only reason I stood them last month at the Conklings. I knew Mr. Conkling weren't going to leave his missus. I was only a parlour maid, but I didn't care. I was happy to have his baby. Him and Mrs. Conkling, I thought they was so kind, until I found out. Then Mrs. Conkling was going to steal my baby for her own. Once I had it, she would fire me and take Eddie first. She can't have her own babies. So they used me to get one, to get Eddie. When I found out that was her plan, I left. I didn't know the letter was anything. I thought it might hold £1 or £2. Anyway, Jack, he says Mr. Conkling got the letter from an engineer up at the mill. Said the mill's been making bad steel. High in sulfur is what he called it. The steel's no good, and they put it in the Titanic. It'd be a scandal if it got it. That's why Mr. Conkling wants the letter back. But Jack, he says Conkling will have to pay us to get it. $5,000. Mrs. Conkling's probably behind it. All she cares about is a fine name and pots of cat and a baby. But she won't get Eddie. No, she won't. And if she tries, I'll ruin her. Make her poor as me. Oh, that's Eddie. Bye. Don't forget about our meeting.
Sending telegrams for the purser? What about the painting?
Sorry, no passengers on the bridge. Didn't you hear me? Good night.
Okay. Well, I'll try to do this for chapter 5. That's all for me for now. It's kind of like gaming. Sending off, subscribe, and hit the like button.